So, macromanagement or micromanagement? Which one should we choose for our daily work in management side? Or should we work with the boss? Or we have even other opinions than micromanagement, it's not something great and the people dislike it. But macromanagement, with macromanagement we can have some risk, then it cannot give the good result and can be not efficient at all. Now, how we can understand which type of management should we choose for our daily life when we are in position of managers or even in position of Scrum Master? And from my opinion, we should take into account one point there. Macromanagement has some basis, and this basis it's built thanks to micromanagement. And so, which point can go and going to the macromanagement? Which key points? And here in this video, I would like to explain you everything from my opinion and from my position and experience. So first of all, macromanagement has some basis, and I noticed 4 points. The first one, it is confidence. That means that a manager has confidence to the team and people or a team has confidence to the managers. Next point, both of them, they have goals aligned. We have some alignment about the goals. What should we have by the end of our some work? Next point, have some agreement about the process and method, how we can achieve these goals. And the last point, to have very good communication and collaboration between the manager and between the people. And all these 4 points needs to be built. But how we can build it? And from my experience and my opinion and what I know, it can be built only thanks to the micromanagement. That means that we need micromanagement at some point when we begin to work as a Scrum Master or as manager, or when we start to work with the new team or with the new people, because we need build all of this. And so now, micromanagement, what we have, which point we have in the micromanagement, and what is the good things from this. And the first of all, to be close to the people, to work with them, and this will be very benefit for all, because people will understand behavior and the way of working of manager, and manager will understand behavior and way of working of the people of his team, which will be very great for both of them. Next point is collaborate to build some processes and method which will help us to achieve the goals, and collaborate together to understand which process is good, which is not very well, what method should we choose for this or other goals, and all of this together, because we will be aligned about this and we will avoid the misunderstanding, and to be sure that this process and method will help us to achieve these goals. And yes, to make the goal together and to have the alignment about this and what is achievable, what is not achievable, and to be sure that the people agree, and like that we can achieve this goal together, or at least try to do it. Next point is to know each other, because doing the micromanagement and having possibility to work closely with the people will know the manager, and manager will know better the people and the team. And another point, to have more often checkpoint to verify what happens, checkpoint of control. And it's not something bad. In another side, it's something very good at this point, because it will help us to detect from the beginning what is good and what need to be changed without waiting too much and without losing time and after just fail the goal or fail something. So the right checkpoint in the right moment will help us. And next point is to be sure that everything works well, because when we are closely work with the people, we know in each daily life how it happens, we can see that it works, and so it's okay. And what is make our things it's okay? It's means that we can start little by little, do the step back from the micromanagement and go to the macromanagement. Why? Because we start to have confidence on our team, we start to trust them, and we start to see that it can work even if I'm not with them, because we build all this base before together. And there is the key. They are doing at some point, some time, a part of the time, micromanagement, but in very right way. Working closely with the people, collaborate with them, try to understand how they work, help them for the improvement, do the think at checkpoint, and after congratulate them for the good result. Little by little, it will help us go in the right way of the macromanagement, which will succeed and which will help us to work in the good way in the future. So there it is, my conclusion. There both way of management is important, but it depends really of the situation, on which one we need macromanagement and on which another one we need micromanagement. And it really depends of the situation, and the manager need to understand very well on which situation he is or she is and which type of management we need to apply. But we should not be fully focused in one way of the management, because in the long term it will not work, or it will not work at all. So we need to see which is good on which moment, and after go to the macromanagement, because it will give more responsibility, more autonomy to the people, and will give the time to manager to do many things, many right things for the people and for the organization. So voila, from my opinion, we need to use both of type of management, but really to see on which time which one is important and need to be used, and after little by little go to the macromanagement. Thank you a lot for your attention. I really hope this video was useful and interesting, and good luck, and do not hesitate to share your comments about your achievement.